Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of How to Play Your Cello. So here we go. Today we're going to get to actually play a little bit of our cello. Okay, but before you proceed to do that, please make sure you've watched the first two episodes on how to take your instrument out of the case, how to set up your instrument, how to set up your in pin for the cello before you start this step. Okay, this will make sure that everything is set up properly and you won't have any accidents and you won't break anything. So if you remember from our first two episodes, when we get our instruments, we want to go ahead and put it on our right hand side on the bottom like this. Now, for me, I've already set up my end pin, if you remember end pin from episode 2 when we went over the parts of our instrument. So my end pin is set up and I am ready to go. You can't see it, it's off screen right now, but I have my rock stop on the floor as well. So now I'm going to pick up my instrument with two hands, not one, but two. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my left hand on the neck. I'm going to grab the neck, and my right hand, I'm going to go ahead and grab the lower bout. Remember the lower bout of the cello. So this is the lower bout area right here. So here we go. This will make sure I have an easy time and I don't drop anything. I'm going to go ahead and put the end pin in the hole in my rock stop. And then I'm going to make sure I'm sitting up straight, that I'm not slouching like this, because good posture will lead to a good sound and your back also will not hurt from slouching all the time. So I'm going to sit on the edge of the chair. Half of my leg is forward and the other half of my, I should say, my thigh, okay, is sitting on the chair. So you also don't want to make sure you're sitting all the way on the edge of the chair. You might slip off and fall. So halfway in, halfway out. Now I'm going to go ahead and have this cello straight, and then I'm going to go ahead and lean it on my left shoulder. So this is my left shoulder. This is my right shoulder. So just to show you, this is my right hand and this is my left hand. So you want to go ahead and put it over your left shoulder like this. And that's it. It is that simple. Just go ahead and lean the upper bout of the cello on your chest. That's it. Now, how high do you set your end pin? Here's how you determine that. Now, if you remember also from our episode 2 lesson, we went over the name of the 4 strings on our instrument. Going from the smallest to the biggest, we have our A string, D string, G string, and C string. C as in Charlie. So, you want to make sure the peg for the C string is about the height of your ear, okay, your left ear. So, not these pegs on the top, but this peg on the bottom. So about the height of your ear. That's about how high you want it to be. And afterwards, you can tilt your cello just a little bit. So just a little bit like this. That's so that later on when you do use the bow and your bow goes between the C bout, it does not hit your legs. Now notice my C bout is also higher than my leg, than my knees. So that's going to make sure the bow doesn't hit it later when we do start using the bow. And here we go. So for now, you're going to take your left hand and put it on the upper bow. So not cross like this, but like this, okay? And then you're going to take your right hand and do this. We're going to go ahead and put away our pinky, ring finger, and middle finger. We're going to go ahead and leave these 2 fingers out, the thumb and the pointer finger. So see, you use this finger to point. So we're going to leave these 2 fingers out. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our thumb and we're going to put it on the fingerboard. Remember, fingerboard was also in episode 2. So if you miss it, make sure you go back and watch it. So this is the fingerboard, this big black board here. go all the way down towards the bottom. So don't put it all the way up here. You want to pluck down here. So take your thumb, push it against the bottom of the fingerboard, and you take your pointer and you pluck. There you go. That was the C string. So we're going to try this right now. Let's do it together. I'm going to give you a count, 4 counts. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to pluck our C strings 4 times. Don't worry if your fingers slip off. That's okay. Just get right back on and follow along. So we're going to pluck 4 times, and we're going to relax and rest for 4 beats. And then we're going to pluck 4 more, and then we're going to relax for 4 more beats. Let's give it a try. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. C, 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 rest, 2, 3, 4. C, 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 rest, 2, 3, 4. See, that was very, very easy. Not hard at all. Okay, now let's do the next thing. Now we're going to go up to the next string. String number 1, 2, 3, string number 3 right now. Do you remember what the name of that string was? Very good. It's G string. G as in George, okay? G-E-O-R-G-E, George. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pluck our G string 4 times. For 4 steady beats, and we're going to rest for 4 beats. We're going to pluck 4 more times, 4 more steady beats, and rest for 4 more steady beats. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. G, 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 rest, 2, 3, 4. G, 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 rest, 2, 3, 4. All right, now since we're plucking on the G string and we're going this way towards my right, when we pluck, we want to do what we called a pluck and stop. So my finger is going to pluck, and it's going to stop on the next string to make sure I don't accidentally pluck 2 strings like this. See, I just accidentally pluck the G string and the C string. See this? I'll do it again. Whoops, I slipped. So you want to pluck on the G string and then stop on the C string so that your finger doesn't keep going. There you go. See, I hold it so I make sure the C string doesn't ring, doesn't make any sounds. So let's try the G string again and do the pluck and stop. Ready? 4 steady beats on, 4 steady beats off, 4 steady beats on, and 4 steady beats off. Here we go. 1, 2, pluck and stop. G, 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 rest, 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 rest. G, 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 rest, 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 rest. And also to stop the G string from vibrating and making a sound on the rest, you can take your finger and just put it on top of the G string to stop it from vibrating like this. See, I put it on there and the sound stops immediately. Let's go ahead and go over to our D string. Ready? We're going to do the same thing. Pluck and stop. 4 beats on, 4 beats off, 4 beats on, and 4 beats off. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. D, 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 rest, 2, 3, 4. D, 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 rest, 2, 3, 4. See? Isn't it getting easier and easier as we keep going? Let's go ahead and go over to our first string right here. That's R. Do you remember what the name of that string was? A. Very good. A as an apple. So here we go. So pluck and stop with the fingers. 4 beats on, 4 beats off. 4 beats on, 4 beats off. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. A, rest, 2, 3, 4. A, rest, 2, 3, 4. Very easy, right? So you want to keep checking if your thumb is still at the bottom or not. Because as a beginner, sometimes as you pluck, your hand is going to start coming up because it feels more comfortable for you, maybe to be up here, or some people, they get a little lazy, they'll just stick their hand up here and pluck. So you don't want it to be here, okay? This is not a good area to play. So you want to make sure it's always down here. Always make sure your cello is turned just a little bit, not too much, not like this. This is way too much, okay? So set it straight and turn just a little bit. Rest it on your chest. The C peg, the peg for the C string should be about where your ear is. So here we go. Now we're going to do it again, except this time we're going to add all 4 strings together. So we're going to start from the C string, 4 beats on, 4 beats off. We're going to go to the G string, 4 beats on, 4 beats off. D string, 4 beats on, 4 beats off. A string, 4 beats on, 4 beats off. So we're going to do all 4 of these without stopping. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. C, 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 rest, 2, 3, 4. G, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. A, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very, very easy, okay? So don't forget also to use your legs to help you hold the cello. You should be just gently pushing together. It should not be very hard, okay? Just a gentle push. So I'm going to pretend this is my giant teddy bear right here. Look, I'm hugging my teddy bear. Very comfortable position. Okay, you're holding it with your legs, holding it with your hands. It's a soft teddy bear. All right? So see, you're comfortable, you can move. You shouldn't have to be super stiff while you're playing. You're just sitting up. You're letting the cello gently rest against your chest, gently holding it with your legs so it doesn't slide or twist as you're plucking, because if you're not holding, see, as you pluck and pull on the strings, the cello can rotate. Rotate means to turn, so it can turn and it might slip and fall. So just hold it with your legs and you will be fine. All right, very good, boys and girls. So please remember, with this video, you can always rewind and practice all the exercises that we just did over and over again. Okay, so your goal this week is to be able to pluck and do the pluck and stop on some of the strings. Remember, you cannot pluck and stop on the C string because there are no more strings here to stop your fingers. So for this one, you can just go in the air and let go. But for the other strings, the G string, you'll stop on the C string. For the D string, you'll stop on the G string. For the A string, you will stop on the D string. Good luck with your practicing. Have fun, and you will get better and better every day. I promise. Have a nice day, and see you in the next episode, everybody.